Hello Suraj.
सांगा
Uh,
ಹೇಗಾಗ್ತಿತ್ತು ವಿಡಿಯೋ?
yeah, the video is getting recorded. Entire screen. Can you see my screen? Hello.
Yes, sure. म्हणजे
Okay. Now you can see the terminal, right?
Yeah, I can see it. Clear. Yeah.
I am hearing your audio very low.
Hello.
Hello.
Now, can you hear me?
Yeah, I think it's fine. Okay, I will just repeat. Wait. So first thing, here Rails new demo app. Can you see this line?
Oh, yes, I can see it.
Okay, now we created Rails new Rails space new space demo app. Here we created a new app. So these are the things which automatically happens, and a new app is created.
Yes.
Okay, till here a new app is created, all the process. It will take some time to I will just I just showed you exactly what happened. So wait, till here it was all the previous thing.
Yes.
Okay, from here it's next thing, but I will first tell you. Okay, after that cd space demo app, here we went inside the app folder whichever we created.
Yes.
So once we go inside the app folder, to make sure that the app is running, like the app is properly created, we create the Rails server. We run the Rails server command. Did you understand till here? Like Rails.
Yeah, it's clear.
So once we give this Rails yes command, this screen will be displayed this much. So here we can see that listening on HTTP 127.0.01. This is a common local host, and this is a backup host. These two point in the same place, and yeah, when we run this Rails yes command, this much is loaded, and when we see in the browser, we can see. Okay, right now you are seeing this, but if we hadn't created anything, it will just show that the Rails server is ready.
Remove that slash about. You can see that.
You
server.
can't still see that because it's already okay. Right now the Rails server is off. Wait, because I am running the already created thing. Wait, I will just. Okay, now I will go back to the same place where we previously created the Rails server, so that we can follow whatever we did previously. Okay, this is the previously run Rails command. So when you like run this command, this is executed. So like wait, to remove confusion, you don't want to see these things, right? So Suraj, just assume that here just the Rails is displayed, even this is not displayed.
Okay.
Only means your Rails server is working properly, only that much is displayed. That time in order to like display all these things, what I did previously is first go to route. So for going into route, first what I did was, after like running this Rails server, using Control C, I closed the Rails server and opened code space dot to open the VS Studio.
Yes, got it.
So once this folder is opened, now assume none of this is opened. What I will do is, wait, I will first close all the things. So like as soon as you create a Rails app for the first time, what you have to do is, in order to display whatever, it can be Rails is working, this I just did for myself, but in order to display anything, first thing what you have to do is set the root. So what is root? So 127.0.0.3000, this is a local host, but if you give something like this is a root. You are defining that in localhost slash a place where you want to point what should be displayed. In our case, Rails is working is displayed. So in order to make this Rails is working displayed, what I done previously was, right now I am not like destroying this so that everything is working properly, but I will just show you how exactly I made this come. So I went to root. Root is in the config folder. Okay, in config there is root. In root, these two things won't be there. Assume these two things are not there.
Okay.
So if this is not there, for just to avoid confusion, I will remove this. Okay. So assume that this two, nothing was there, only some comment was there. What I done earlier was, I wrote this command, get space single inverted comma about then equal to arrow about slash index. So this is a command which I set in order to make this work. You understood till here, right?
Yes, but whenever we add that, whether in the about.html, if nothing is there.
Okay, so wait, I will tell you one thing. So this is the first step I do in order to make this directory work, but this won't be displayed yet.
Yeah.
But this path will be there because in root, this root folder itself defines that we are setting some root, means we are giving some meaning to that slash about. So whenever we see slash about, this get means whenever you get about, what you have to do is go to about slash index. So this equal to and slash and about slash index defines that in the view folder there is a about. So here you can see this about, right? This same is there here. Sorry, this folder is this. So if you write something here, that means you should create a same folder in the views column. Inside views there should be something with the same name, this one.
Okay.
After this, hash index defines that inside this about there is a index.html page where you will write some code. Now assume that this is not there, only this is there. Rails is working, only this one line is there. Ignore this. I will tell you why we wrote this later, but right now just assume that only this line is there.
I'm having just one doubt, whether that is created automatically by the our Rails only.
No, this Rails so it was like this before.
No, not this. Within views about and index.html.erb will be created by our Rails only, right?
There are two options. Either you have to create this yourself manually by right clicking new file and save it as this name.
Okay.
Or else you have another option where you go to terminal and you type a command called as, wait, there is a Rails generate command which automatically does all that work. Okay, this, okay, not this, that is model. Rails server, here I ran the Rails server for the first. Okay, I will just show you what exactly command I wrote. I'm not like messing up with that because I want to exactly show you what I done previously. I run this command. rails space G rails generator controller
Okay.
about. So if you run this command in the terminal here, did you understand? If we like this command, exact command,
It will generate a controller.
it will generate a about controller. I will exactly tell you what this generates.
Okay.
So when you run that command in the terminal, in the controller section, this about will be automatically created.
Okay.
This will be there, and next root you have to create yourself. This won't be created, but in view section, this about will be also there.
It will be created.
Yeah,
automatically.
but this index won't be there inside about. But this about will be
Not
there.
yet.
This folder will
Yeah.
be there. Now inside this about, whatever you want to display, you should just give index.html.erb, and now you have to write this first line. And after you do all these things like route and about controller and about this views under about and index.html, you can see this much. This won't be displayed. This is a different thing. I will tell you later. Only this much will be displayed in the about section.
Okay. So initially we will define the route. After that we will generate the controller. And
Yeah.
within view and about, we will create one file that is index.html with ERB, that is embedded Ruby.
Okay, now I will tell you the difference between ERB and .rb. In ERB, it is embedded Ruby, and whatever Ruby command you will write inside ERB, you have to put it inside this.
Yes.
And this backslash percentage, if you don't put this equal to, output won't be displayed. If you put this equal to, output will be displayed.
To display.
This is one more thing which we should keep in mind. So forget about this line, I will tell you later. So now I will ask you a question. If I remove this like slash about, still Rails is working. This is displayed. Why? We didn't define, right? What should be
Yeah.
displayed? This Rails should be, Rails is working should be displayed in nothing.
Yeah.
It is still working because what I did previously was, now you yourself tell me what we do initially after we create a Rails app.
So after creating the app, we will create the routes.
Okay, we went to route. In route, can you see this? This I removed, right? So root is a basic command. Okay,
Okay.
root then space about slash index. This is this root is a predefined keyword which itself directs to the home screen. Home screen in the sense when nothing is there, when nothing is defined. Even this is not defined. This home screen itself is defined as root.
Yes.
Now about slash index, this and this are same, right?
Yes.
That's why even root will point to the same place.
Okay. Without about.
Yeah,
slash
without
about.
creating another new controller and doing something again, creating another index. Nothing is required. You are just pointing the same root to the same folder, same this thing.
Yeah, got it.
If you wanted a different controller, then you have to do that again, circus, everything new.
Okay. Yeah.
So another, I will tell you one more thing which I learned. You can write the same get as get slash this and equal to, this means the same thing.
Okay, using get.
Yeah, but since root means home screen is the same for everyone, it's universal. They created a new thing called as root. This and that means the same thing.
Yes, got it.
Okay, this much you got clear, right? Now
Yeah.
then what you have to do is, now you understood how to display some message using model, view and controller. Means using controller and from view.
View.
Right now whatever is displayed, it is from view, right? now what we have to do is how to display something from controller. Means this message is displayed from controller, but let's see how we did that. Now I want to display something from controller. What I will do is, first I will go to controller. In controller, okay, I didn't tell you about this, right? Previously when I created a about controller, the about controller will be empty. But since you created it from Rails server, from this you generated the controller, right? About you yourself didn't manually create it.
Yes.
So this line will be like automatic. This and this.
Okay.
If you
Only
create it
if you-
manually, you have to write this yourself.
Okay. Okay.
Now I will
Yes,
tell
but
you
if
what
we do
this
that,
means.
then we have to write it.
Yeah, you have to write it. And now I will tell you what this means. Now, about underscore controller dot rb, this thing is there, right? You have to write the same thing, class space about controller. It is written as ABOUT. A is caps here. Here underscore ignore it. Then C should be caps.
Okay.
Now this and this name means the same thing, but inside this about controller page you have to write like this. Then less than application controller is in the sense about controller inherits the properties from application controller.
Okay.
You got this much, right? So you need not
Right.
worry about this if you generate the about controller from terminal using this command.
Yeah, got it.
If you want to create it manually, you have to by heart this, like understand and write it yourself. Now one more thing. Previously I told you that this will work, right? From views.
Yes.
This won't work until you do this command. So assume this is not there. So that time, in order to if this should work, previously in about controller this much should be there.
Okay. A method with name index.
Yeah,
because
name
we have
index.
specified their index about
Yeah.
hash index.
Def index means take some action in index.
Yeah.
You didn't define anything inside. You should keep it as it is. Just take some action in index means do something to index. When we do something to index, this Rails is working will be displayed. If you don't write this this much, if you don't write, it will show some error, some format error or something.
Okay.
So right now even this was there, so I will put. Okay, now what my second question was, how to display this without using views, without using that index. So what I will do is in the about controller, inside this index thingy, I will create a new thing called as @user. This can be anything, @name.
Instance variable.
Yeah, this is an instance variable, exactly.
Yeah, got it.
So in instance variable, put whatever message you want to display. Now this message is stored in this instance variable. Now this instance variable is displayed in a index.html, this thing here.
Using that tag of ERB.
Yeah, since this instance variable is a part of Ruby, this is a ERB file. In ERB, Ruby won't work directly. You put it inside instance variable. Now the fun part is, if you remove this,
It won't work.
it will work, but it won't be displayed.
Yeah, it won't be displayed. Yeah, correct.
So just by adding this equal to symbol, it will work and it will be displayed. So we till now we understood how to display a message from views, like model from controller and views, I mean index, and how to display from using only controller and index, like using instance variable we displayed this. Now the third way of displaying thing is using a database. So for using a database, what we done was, wait, I will close everything to avoid confusion. Okay, Okay, after this thing, I think I ran a command. We created a model called as message. Rails generate model message. Actually, this is not the right way of creating a model. That's why we got some error. Wait. So when we gave this Rails G model message in VS Studio, this folder won't be there. This was created later. Yeah. Even schema won't be there. Only seeds, test. Actually, when we gave that command, we didn't get the exact result which we were looking for. To solve that, what I done was Rails DB migrator. Then again we ran the Rails server. Now when we give this Rails DB migrator, but I think I missed something. Okay, sorry. First what we executed was Rails G model message. Now a model is created with the name message.
Message is basically the table name, right?
Yeah, it is a table name which we created for ourselves. Now what happened is it is still incomplete. This model is incomplete. In order to modify that already created message, we run another command called as Rails G migration add fields to message MSG string. Now when you do this, actually we should have done this in the start. We should not have written this command, but to modify this and like I will show you once. Wait. Okay, this is a database, and in this database this is a message, this is a variable, right? Like a
Yes.
database table, sorry. In database table you will accept a string. Did you get this?
Can you just go back to that Rails G migration? Can you just highlight that? Where is that? Okay, I got it. See, basically, so initially whenever we ran Rails G model message, only the database will be created without any fields.
Yeah,
correct?
without anything.
Yeah. To add the fields, we use that add fields to message. That is the case sensitive, right?
Oh yeah, this
Yeah.
is case sensitive. Now add fields to message. This is another variable which accepts the data in the form of strings.
Yeah,
So
got it.
instead of this, if you directly had run this, it would have been better. But since we did a mistake here, we are rewriting the command.
Okay, if we write this in the beginning only, then
It's enough, it's not
automatically
required,
it will
this
be
thing.
created with field also,
Yeah.
right?
Exactly.
If you wanted to create multiple fields, then we have to just give space and again have to do same, right? Like after MSG colon string, we have to give space. Then example number colon integer.
Yeah,
like that
exactly.
we have
Email ID, anything.
yeah. Okay, I got it. This
Okay.
is how we create database with some fields.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Now this another command is run. This command is run just because we have to maintain a same schema. Even this was not required. Like here we kept this message yum caps, but let's assume we create more tables, and everything should be in order, right? Like everything is case sensitive, so even we should focus that.
Yes.
So there should be a equal thing, like everything should be small letter or like in equal proportion. Whatever we change should follow a similar approach. That's why we like remodified this same thing and followed a system. Whatever further table we create, it will be in smalls.
Yeah, got it. Yeah.
So that's why this was run. This was not required. We could have stopped here, but just to follow a systematic approach, we redone this.
Okay.
Now when we redone this, when we run this thing, okay, here, wait 1 minute. Okay, even this will be created now. This schema.rb won't be there previously, but now after we created that string msg and all, this schema will present here.
Will be created. Okay.
Schema is just like a flowchart kind of stuff, which we won't understand now, but it is required. But previously, the schema won't be there, but right now it is there. It's generated. If this is generated, like our code is almost correct. Whatever we done so far is correct. It's just to check.
Yes, got it.
Now, when you run the Rails server, this won't work. There will be a crash. There will be an error. That is because we run the migrate, right? Wait, that time we did something migrate, but we didn't run the migrate command. Migrate is still pending.
Yeah.
So you will get this error. Not only here, even in browser you will get a red error. So to solve that,
only we have created the migration, but we did not call that command.
We didn't call the migration command. So now we will call the migration command, Rails db migrate. So another thing you have to notice, here you can after Rails 7, okay, not Rails 7, I think Rails 5 or Rails 6, this Rails is also called as Rake, R-A-K-E.
Yeah.
So I think after that new Rails came, you can also call that Rake as Rails, but in the older version of Rails, you must call it as Rake.
Okay, Rake db :migrate.
Yeah, but right now since we are using the latest version, we can still call it Rails. Even if you write Rake, it's correct. Now once you run this migrate command, these all things will run, and then you have to run Rails s. Again server will be created, and when you refresh, this thing will be proper. After this, in order to display something from database, we have to do something which I am not yet properly aware of, but so far whatever we done is correct, and now we have to do something to display the thing, and it is the third way of displaying from database.
Yes.
This is the first way which we displayed from index, which is in views. This is the second way, using instance variable which is there in controller, and we use that variable and put it in index and display.
Okay.
And some more extra things which I learned, I will tell you. It is that in views, but I will close everything to avoid confusion. Okay, where is the views?
Within config.
Okay, sorry, I forgot. No, in config also I can't see the views. What happened to views? Where is the control? Okay, it's here. Okay, I will tell you one thing. Okay, it's in here. Views is here. Okay, now I will tell you one thing. In this page, when you give inspector, only this much code we wrote, right? From body, this thing. Rails is working, this is displayed from, only this much thing we wrote and displayed, right?
Yes.
Then how come we are seeing these things? I mean these codes, extra codes. We didn't display anything, this style type, text CSS, everything, we didn't display it. How is it being displayed here?
By the browser.
No, this is not from the browser, this is from here. In controller, application controller. Not application, sorry. Wait, in views, I guess. in views, if you see, right, in a, in layouts, okay, HTML, okay, this thing what you can see, right,
Yes.
this is the same thing which you are seeing here. So just for clarity, what you should know is, whatever we display in views, the code is whatever it is there in application.html you can see in the browser, and here in the body you can see this small yield, right?
Yes.
This yield, whatever you can see in the yield, this is basically views about this thing. In application, this is the default thing which will be displayed, and this small yield keyword is there, right? Yield will display whatever user created.
Okay, got it. Yeah. It display basically from index.html.erb.
Or yeah, exactly. Even in controller we will attach it to index.html.
Yeah, got it.
So these are the concepts which I understood, and I told you.
Do you know how to display from database?
No, I am yet to learn that part. But for database, whatever we done now, for database, whatever we done, I got it. Apart from
Like,
that,
sir,
yeah, if I like understand, I will tell you.
Like sir has made it only.
No, like sir